Anyways, hello, hello. We are
Live. Stream
live.
stop, right?
No, we are live.
Oh no.
Going right back in.
Going in.
Going
Going
in.
in.
So we're gonna need to fill some dead air here because I don't know where anyone is.
Um, so who are we casting?
It will be the Quokkas and the Ringers. This is, I believe, it is the 3 seed and the 6 seed. So I believe this has pretty good implications in seeding.
Oh, fancy.
Because
So
Quokka is currently 4-1, Ringers are 3-2, so the Ringers can probably dethrone the Quokkas a little bit in their standings, not too much. Because I think it's mostly for the Axolotls and the Ringers position with the Gamers.
yeah, that's pretty cool. So who do you want to win?
What
We
do I
need some
want to
bias
win?
here. Yeah, we need some bias in
Oops!
here.
I just deleted the wrong, the wrong scene. Oops.
Yo, the
I'll just leave
fedoras
it
are
for
on
later.
stream.
Anyways, I'll fix that later. But yeah, so it should be pretty
Oh,
interesting.
Antelopes versus Hamsters first game, and Hawks versus Netcos.
Indeed, indeed.
First two playoff games. Nice. My team will actually have to bring out our main comp soon.
The real main comp, and that's the one with Northern Bastion, maybe, right?
Nordon Bastion be an off tank.
Let's go.
Ready
That's
to swag out.
that's where the true W's happen. I
It's when they run a Risa Ryan Bastion sim
oh my goodness, Sim Bastion pulling out the rat strats.
with Bapzen.
Oh my. Oh my. We do have a lot of people starting up here. So this should be a pretty good match. Like these teams are like in the top half of the standings. So it should be pretty good.
Should be pretty good. Expecting the Quokkas to win based on just seeding,
Yeah,
but
based on seeding and record, and I think also probably strength of schedule.
hmm
Um, but I
I will
mean,
say I do think that Nyalmia and Zergling are a powerful DPS line. They could potentially pop off and
this is true.
carry the team to a victory, but
But I think the main thing is you. I mean, you both like value SR picks, right, in the DPS line of the Quokkas because you have Jack and Maple.
yeah, exactly. Jack, great DPS, hit 3-9, 4-1, 4-2.
Yeah.
Maple, very prominent in season one, was like all pro or all stars or something like
Mhm.
that by one vote above me.
Yeah, I
Where
got
I
most
voted
votes
for
that
himself and
season.
not me. Dude, if I voted for myself and not him, I would have made it.
Unlucky.
Hate to see it.
Unlucky. That,
So
but
if rookie team 3-0s, they'll end up tied with the Quokkas.
I see, I see.
Well, I hope they don't 3-0 because I don't want to listen to a tiebreaker happen and
Mm.
people talk about that.
I mean, tiebreakers. It's pretty concrete about what the.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention to the league anymore, so I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
I do know Rusty's a pretty good player
Rusty is a pretty good player. He kind of just does a lot.
with very little.
Yeah, he's just really good at living, with all the resources he does not get. He's just like, yep, I'm just gonna live
hmm
here. It's fine. Um,
And then Ninja Drew, known for the Zenyatta.
yeah, the Zenyatta, but also Prilly's played a bit of Mercy last season
Yeah,
with
main
Invictus.
support player with the
Yeah,
with the Zenyatta though.
yeah, the Zenyatta
Pretty,
pick. She,
kind of a fragger. Yeah, Kaden, Baptiste, a lot of main support. Not much Ana, but his
yeah,
Baptiste
but
pretty powerful.
it looks like they
He's
are missing Transflexion for the Quokkas, but Ghostik also a pretty good off tank or support player, and same thing with Chad. I
yeah
believe sliding into that support line as well. Um,
yeah Ghostik, one of my favorite players in the league. I'm a fan of Ghostik.
real big gamer.
Yeah, led that one team last season
That one
that
team,
I
yeah,
didn't get
yeah,
to play.
yep, that one team. Unlucky.
Yeah, that had Mikey on it and ROHROW.
Very true. Transflect is here now, so another possible flex support player
Yeah.
or off tank.
I think we should just all take a moment to ignore general chat or match chat. So no one look at that.
Mm. You see, I would do hide chat, but I don't want. But it's content down there. It's content.
Yeah. Is Whiplash the main tank player? Or is
Whiplash, I
Poke the main tank player?
believe, is off tank with Poke and Hefe doing main tank. And
I actually played against Poke in ranked.
I see.
We were on Lijiang Tower. We both played Reinhardt. And then I told him afterwards I was Sly. And he's like, yo, Sly, you're kind of sick at the game.
I see. You have mod privileges, right, Trey?
Yes, I
Would
do.
you be able to change the title?
Title, exclamation point, title, Gopherwatch League. I don't know how to do the title, or what the title should be. Gopherwatch League.
It's Gopherwatch League.
6.
It's week 7. It'll be prime time, and then I think it's, I don't remember how Rusty orders it.
Whatever, I'll just make my own. Week 7. Quebec. Quokkas versus the Rialto Ringers.
There we go. Terrific. There we go. Thank you.
Nice.
Looks like we do now.
Oh my god.
You okay there, bud?
Yeah, I threw my AirPod across the room by accident. I went to set it down on the table, and then one of the ear things, you flew out of it.
It's been Trey cast jump scare. Anyways, we do see a small swap. Transflick going in for Zelos, so once again you have Zelos able to go to that flex support. So
Yeah,
a lot of
Zelos
options
can play flex
for this
support.
flex support. Or just
Kind
support
of
in general.
swaggy on the main tank too, and even the DPS.
Indeed,
Flexible gamer. You know, gains power when he's drunk. That's all you need to know about him.
I don't know if you can say that, but yeah. You said it anyways.
It already happened. Anyways, I hope we go in relatively soon. So I want to see some high quality Gopherwatch games.
Giving them the Prada art just to put a bit pressure on them.
If we both say it, then it enhances it.
Oh, we peer pressure Jack into saying R. Let's go.
Yep. Now we're just waiting for.
And
Oh,
there
we're
we
going
go.
in.
I guess they just needed us to say R. Okay.
I'm Colorcast, and Fedora is your play-by-play caster.
Oh, I guess I am then. Okay, that's new.
Hey, last time you were supposed to be play-by-play, but
No,
then you stopped. You just
we
weren't
never
talking.
we never agreed to it because usually I'm color.
Yeah, I know, but before it, I was like, you're play-by-play. But then you weren't doing play-by-play, so I had to start doing it mid-map, so now you're play-by-play.
I just realized that they are on the wrong sides. I'm going to get a message, Marco.
So it looks like we're gonna be mirroring balls here. Zergling maybe locking the Widowmaker. Nope, Pokey's on the win. Yo, we got some base double bubble.
Alright, so graphics will be, the sides will be flipped next map, so just keep in mind that the graphics are currently not correct, but they'll be fixed next map.
Looks like we're seeing some Chad double bubble Genji gameplay versus Beta Sombra Brig Zen comp.
With a hamster as well.
Yeah, so different sides.
One of
Pokey
these...
gonna be using up significantly more resources.
Okay. Very quick pick. From the Mohan Noina onto Jack. But he looks like he's just gonna wait a little bit. Oh, look here, Monkey. Monkey engages onto the back line. We get some boots back, and he might be able to get melted here really quickly, and he does. So then you just gotta see if we can get a good re-engage. They gotta be a bit careful. There's a lot of CC for these dive targets to try and avoid. But we also still got Circle and the Widow trying to get a bit spot, so we do have a lever.
Pause, please.
The guys gotta disengage so they can pause.
Yeah,
they
they
can't
gotta
pause
look for the fight.
yeah. There we go. Quick DC.
Yeah, maybe that's why Poke died, but he did kind of do a little bit of a deep dive and versing the comp of the Sombra, Cassidy, Briggs, Zen. You can't really hard engage as Monkey.
Yeah, you gotta
Unless you
be.
know that you're gonna get nade instantly on you and pump full of heals, because if you do, you're just gonna instantly blow up like we saw.
Yeah, and if you because you have the Discord that goes instantly on you. You have a break stun. You also have the
Cassidy
whip shot
stun.
to like boop you off if you don't quite make your jump. So then you just do that. You can get hacked, or the ball can go in your backline, so the backline can't help you. Or you can get Sigma Rock. There's a lot of stuff that you gotta deal with. Be aware of as Monkey here.
Or your Onyx could DC.
Yeah, true. That's also
that
very
kind
true.
of messes up.
And that kind of screws up with a lot of things. But
Yeah. Interestingly, Pneumonia got a pick onto Jack instantly, which is something you don't really see. Maybe Jack got a little overzealous with his farming, tried to farm too quickly, where he just got dash and right clicked on.
I'm going to I don't know if we're gonna do a map reset, but I don't think it's out of the question.
Yeah, it looks like Jack's team is not gonna ask if they want a map reset. So, you know.
Yeah, almost give him the prod R.
Yeah. Interesting. Whiplash makes the swap to Diva off of Zarya as well.
Marco asked
So
for
gonna be
R.
looking to.
Let's say
Yeah.
prod R again.
Didn't both teams that he already asked they are?
Yep.
We said R.
Transflex says no. Transflex is actually just being cringe. And we're back into it.
We're back into it.
The main thing this Widow's gonna be careful of is all these, like the Sombra trying to hunt or Zen right clicks or just Rusty trying to hard mark.
But yeah, I will say Zergling is a good Widow, but it's going to be very difficult for him to get value here. But
Jack gets punished for their attempt to spawn camp. So he would be coming. He doesn't get a lot of ult charge from that either. Only doing like maybe 10 or 20% from that 10th on that Ana. And Rusty might get cut off here. Just gets to the Mega. Whiplash is whiplashed away. And Blade is used early. They weren't able to build that nano, but he gets hacked and he can't do much about that. He can't use his dash combos.
Yeah, he falls. There were a few picks traded by both teams. Jack is alive though on point, doing a little bit of farming. And we're kind of in this neutral fight phase again.
Yeah, they're kind of staggering out. I don't know if they... It's up to Zerg going to be here to try and get these final blows, but we do have Poke back in it. And so Jack does take out Zergling. Mines is also committed onto point. Only Kaden up, but Kaden almost has this rally. Is Kaden to commit the rally? Almost gets Nahoi to fall. Doesn't look like that they want to commit anything else, and they're going to decide to stagger Whiplash. And Whiplash finds a
really
line.
good minefield from Rusty on the ball. It was kind of like a scrappy fight. A few picks came in from Rialto Ramirez, but they couldn't really confirm out the fight. That's one of the issues with like the Genji Widow comp. If those people aren't finding the final blows, you're kind of reliant on your almost Monkey to do it. Monkey and Diva, which both aren't really great at finding final blows.
There's so many ults here on 1-2. EMP should be coming out pretty quickly here, I would think. Heinen's used early. Jack's still waiting for it. Trying to get on the back line or wait out rally. Here it comes. There it is.
EMP comes through.
Bomb committed by Whiplash, but there's not much follow-up with this EMP.
Yeah, Translike does find Pokey though.
Bye, Rusty.
Riley resets. Make sure to go next fight so he doesn't stagger out.
They had 4 Trans is used later in the fight, so that still might turn it for him, and it doesn't look like there's much alive here. Only the backline, really. And also Nahoi almost to another Blade. Does find Ninja Drew. Does he also finds Kaden? He's doing the funny Genji things. He has Blade if they want to try and connect it, and he does go for it. There's only tanks here. Spirit Sigma's fine, gets the dash reset.
Jack is still on point, building up the next EMP, and Pokey and Nyomunya kind of pop off there and turn it for them.
Indeed.
That was a fight that really wasn't going their way, but you know, Nyomunya, first pick for the Rialto Ringers, kind of proving why he deserved to be that first pick overall for them, or first pick, first round pick.
Indeed,
That's what I was trying to say.
Monkey goes in really aggressively or gets Discord and gets booped away. Doesn't have his ability to get out, so he's might just gonna fall here. He does. Nano committed onto the Genji, but there's no blade to answer, so he's just kind of forced to get out. Minefield used by Rusty. Have another EMP online if they decide to use it. Certainly does find Maple though. But he does get out. I don't think they want to commit this, and he finds a Noime finds their backline again. Also gets the Mega and is able to get out here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't really like the nano onto the Genji there when your monkey dives in and dies. Genji, it's gonna be hard to do much in this comp without Blade with the dry nano, but eventually the Genji finds 2 kills onto the backline with a solo kill onto the Brig and Zen.
Slugs on the baby diva! No way. EMP should still up here, and Meteor Strike as well. Meteor Strike is used, so that might go onto the backline, onto the Brig. Does not find anything, but he's gonna get booped and hacked, and then taken out by Kaden. Ayun is still up, and Nohoiminoi is falling back, but he has his blade once again. EMP still up, and they still have the rally armor to go in. Rally used by Marco, trying to sustain them, but the EMP is used. Does find Poke with it, and they're trying to engage on this Brig. High Noon as well. Does it find anything? He's pushed away by Whiplash and is picked off. Genji's
blade committed.
The hack doesn't go off. Finds 2 again, gets stunned and gets rocked, but he almost finds Jack with a sliver of HP. Able to get health back that way, which kind of transfer to him for touch. Isn't able to get it, just gets absolutely obliterated. And playing Doomfist into Sombra, you would think that wouldn't work as well, right? But it's working a bit better. The touch is there.
Yeah, Zergling finding a lot of final blows right here.
The punch.
Absolutely dominating.
Poke still has Primal to stall if needed. They gotta be careful not to C9, trying to force out the touchers. Poke's trying to stuff the door. Rusty's falls low in the smart room. He's gonna have to deal with the Doomfist, but just forced out. Flux is used, but I don't think he really finds anything. Another touch by Quokkas, trying to stagger this out, but the Brig is just sweet on the Sigma. What do you do about that? Only Ball almost has the nano as well. And there's almost another Meteor Strike, but Marco does fall, and Trans is used to stall it out.
Trans is used.
Rusty is coming back with mines. Has to commit this pretty quickly. Does not get the slam on anything, but they're kind of forced off point. 99% to nano. It should be committed here. Oh, but he dies before he can use it.
Zergling cuts 2.
They still have nano coming back, but they weren't able to actually find anything. He's still finding more.
Finds 4.
He almost gets Jack as well. He goes in, doesn't get Jack. Jack falls to Nohoiminoi, and rally is used. Both rallies are used. Can he keep up Zergling? Does not. Jack almost has EMP, but he is currently dead. Ninja Drew comes back with this Lucio, trying to get back faster, stall it out. Nano is used now onto Nohoiminoi. Doesn't have Blade yet, but he should be able to farm it up.
In a second.
And he gets it onto Ninja Drew. Does get the funny slash and dash. Onto Sigma, trying to finish him off. Does get 2. EMP is used, but I think it might be a little bit too late. Maple's still alive on the Tracer. Pulse is used, does not find anything though. And it's a pretty scrappy fight, even with the DC, able to take this back.
Yeah, honestly, that comes basically entirely off the back of your DPS lineup, in my opinion. Ninyoi currently sitting with 15 final blows, with Zergling falling up at 8. Whereas the DPS line for the Quokkas only finding a combined total of 10 final blows. That's just something you gotta look at. Ninyoi, the Genji player.
No. See, you see the bit is with him. You just gotta try and say it differently and incorrectly each time.
I'm gonna come Nya.
Okay, but now you do see Jack on this Pharah character.
Yeah, this is gonna make it significantly more difficult for Nya. He currently is kind of like the carry DPS, but coming out of this, you're gonna kind of be relying on Zergling to find this pressure onto the Pharah.
He swaps to Junkrat though, and they're in the rush comp, so they just want to get the point, try and bunker up. But that kind of is what you can live with as Pharah, because you just can spam into it. They just gotta have to try and contest this high ground, force him to point. Because there's not much you can really do until you're forced to the point. And there they go, rushing to point. Does Jack find a pick here? Does not seem like it. But they're drinking a lot of resources. They come in here. And Nohoiminoi finds 2. He gets the conch, jumps onto high ground. Res onto Maple. But I think first cap will still go to the ringers here. Nohoiminoi trying to find another one. Eventually Whiplash gets it. And he does get Ninja Drew on the Mercy. 73% to this tire. Pretty good engage there.
Yeah, finding 3 that fight. Known for very known for the Genji, and not really for the Junkrat at all. I don't think I've ever really seen him
He
play it.
played Junkrat
Maybe.
against their win against the Gamers, I believe, where he kind of
Huh.
just wasn't looked at half the time. But they do try and take this high ground again against this Junkrat. Junkrat is forced off, but he does fall to Rusty on the monkey, but he is traded out. And Jack able to find another one as well. Then he forced out, but finding his use, trying to run them off. Does find Payton, but he just able to find anything. He does have Barrage. Barrage is used. Does find Zergling. Shield is broken, but you gotta be careful trying to go in here. Does look like
Tire in a second.
Indeed, I don't know if he wants to commit it though, especially in this position. He's just gonna be booped off.
No.
But 52% buildup on a comp that is not always the easiest to run at this point.
Yeah, I will say they should be able to just bunker on point and quickly flip over the cap. That's kind of one thing that they can fairly easily do as long as Jack doesn't find a bunch of final blows. Yeah, got a little aggressive that fight. Does fall early, which is kind of the downfall then.
Power is being used. Doesn't find anything. Looking for the Pharah or the monkey here. He does find the Pharah. Does he get both of them? He does.
Oh my god.
Bomb is used to clear up high ground. It lands up top, not inside. So Maple's able to stay alive here. He does have Noon. Rusty does die of Primal, so I think they just decided to concede the point. Massive tire from the Hoi Minoi.
Yeah, that tire expertly used finds the pharmacy, which at that point the fight's over. If you lose your pharmacy to a Junkrat tire, like, you know, it's hard to come back from that. That's most of their damage at this point. You're gonna be relying on Rusty and Maple to basically get all the kills, and Cassie from long range doesn't really do much. Does fall during high noon.
I know it's committed onto Rusty. Is he able to find anything with it though? He doesn't. He does find the Junkrat. Beat is used. Almost is cancelled by Rusty. Window also used. Rusty does fall quickly because of it. Bomb used as well. Valk also committed. Oh, they're able to really contest this though. Noon is used by Zergling. Is forced out. No, they're just pre-pressing Q, but nothing's dying.
Bukia Shatter at the ready. Could just shatter whoever comes to try to contest point. Lands a big shatter on the planet. Falls.
Rusty back on the ball. The Pharah is stuck inside. The res is cancelled by the pin.
Riley finds a boop off the map, but you're going to be looking for some significantly more heroics from him. But Maple finds a kill, actually. Finds another DMAC. He does fall, but Riley is here to contest the point. Bomb forced out.
Yeah, it does look like trying to get the lucky pin, and he C9s. Not the overtime wick burns away a bit too quickly there. I would say recontest, and that is one map up for the Ringers at the start of this match.
Yeah, good work from them. Pretty good, pretty impressive thing from Nya. Genji and Junkrat, not really known as the two best of heroes right now. You'd usually be looking at the Tracer, Echo, kind of those kind of heroes to carry, but when you're as good at Genji as he is, you can kind of just... as I've said before, I think Genji's one of the most broken heroes in Gopherwatch League. If you're like one of the best players in the lobby at Genji, you can kind of hard carry maps.
Yeah, indeed.
Especially if you know your limits.
Limit testing, that's always a fun one. But it will be interesting to see where the Quokkas decide to take the Ringers.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be expecting... Do you just go King's Row here? Actually, no. I think Ringers do have a pretty good brawl.
I think both teams could have a pretty good brawl. You might go to put Zealous into the Reinhardt, maybe. Rusty onto off-tank. Able to deal with Nahoi Minoi if they decide to play an Echo here.
Yeah. Let's see. Guess we're kind of just waiting. See what it goes. Oh, as a friendly reminder to everyone, All-Star, All-Pro if you're a caster or captain, and Hall of Fame voting has just gone up today. So make sure you take your time and or take some time and fill out those.
Indeed, indeed. And make sure you
The
vote for
result, yeah,
make sure you vote for me, Smile.
yeah. Vote for only Fedora.
Only me.
I will say the results tend to be significantly better when we get more people to respond
Indeed.
because in the past sometimes we've had a very low responses and it kind of leads to weird outcomes sometimes or
Yeah,
just like
some funny outcomes. Like
yeah
like
stuff.
like
We've had stuff like someone making something with getting like 3 votes or something, I'm pretty sure.
let's
So
go.
it'd be nice if we could have like at least I'd say 70% of the league vote. I think that gives us like accurate results at that point, you know?
Indeed, indeed.
For the group opinion. Scrims row.
Trims Row it is.
They burn it back. I actually kind of like Genji on King's Row, not gonna lie.
Um, I remember you saying that because didn't you run it on Team 2 in scrims?
Yeah, Squad, we ran it. I refused to play Cassidy, so we ran Genji Mei
Honestly,
and
kind of
ran it down
big.
main. What we do is we'd have our Orion Marco run around the corner, hit his pin key, then I would just or whenever we had Blade, Marco just run straight forward, pin into the enemy team, die, and I'd Blade after.
It's baiting out all the CCs.
Yeah, he bait on every cooldown. Now I'm just sitting there with Blade like, ha, I just get freeness.
Easy clap.
Because
Um,
we'd run like the Bap Lucio, because we were just like exchanging the Genji. So I think Genji can work here. But Jack likely to play maybe May. I will say the wait, yeah, Rusty's team picked this. I was gonna say I like Rusty's team more on this map, I think. And it does make sense because they did pick it. You put Rusty on the Reinhardt or Diva.
I think Rusty goes. No, no. If Transflex, I think he's
Transflex
Rein.
in,
I think he's
Transflex be
Reinhardt.
off tank. Wait, Transflex off tank,
Yeah,
right?
Transflex off think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so Riley on the Reinhardt, Translect on off tank, Jack on May, Maple on Cassidy, Caden on Bav, Ninja on Lucy. Like
that
that's a
should.
solid
Yeah,
team right
that
there.
should work pretty well. On the other hand, week one at least, the Ringers started with Brawl, but eventually swapped to a slower Brawl with a Pocket Echo and Hoi Minoi Minoi Minoi. Just curious to see if
Did
they
they also
start with that.
run Hog Sig or something?
Believe so at some point. I don't remember exactly
Yeah.
their comps.
Well, yeah, I know first week they put Nia on the Echo, Zergly on like Cassidy. They ran a Hog, put a Mercy on Nia, and he just kind of dominated. So we'll have to see if they just go with that strategy again. Yeah, teasing the Echo while Zergling teaches the Genji.
Zergling's taking up the reins. Also,
Yeah,
Monk. I don't. I could see them run Monkey here.
honestly, I think Monkey would be beneficial for their team.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to take Riley in on the Ryan duel, especially when you know they're gonna be running May and Cassidy, you know? So I feel like that might be a bad thing to do. So I kind of like this ideology of going like more of a divey comp, like put him on the monkey, put him on the ball, something like that. I don't believe Poke really plays the ball, so I think monkey is the next best thing.
We do
Put
have
him
only
run, or
ball
you put him on the right.
disconnecting again, so I do get to look at and judge their picks ever so slightly more.
Yeah, Zergling is running the Genji with the Hangzhou Spark skin, which is something that I'm very happy with. I do like Hangzhou Spark.
Mm.
They should never play Architect next season.
I see.
Oh, I lost my top 500 today.
Unlucky.
The SR went up for the bottom of top 500. It's
Unfortunate.
so sad. I'm out by 2 SR now.
Apparently they are swapping.
Music and
Yeah, swapping music and only ball gone again. Just see how that change anything.
yeah, I'm assuming I do believe they're about the same SR, so probably won't change up much in general.
Yeah.
But I believe the only ball main hero is Ana, whereas music is more of a main support player.
Ye-
Uh,
what? What did what?
What is going on?
What? How'd you manage that?
Yeah, I don't get
Oh,
that
he just
one.
disconnected. Did he lag out too? Okay.
I think at this point we just put me in.
Honestly, Big, you're like
I'm like
400
plat.
less, right? Yeah.
I,
I think it works.
yeah, I think it's fine.
Um,
My dad texted me.
Interesting.
Nice. Anyways, so Riley currently sitting at the 6% ult charge. Pretty big for
Wait,
him.
but it shows he has 0 damage.
Yeah, but I see I'm currently watching it, and there's a fire stick inside a Hefe's body.
Yeah, I see it, but the damage, it's not there.
What
Okay,
the
Music
heck?
Maniac's back.
He's
Overwatch crashes
Overwatch.
as soon as he starts and picks.
Marker on the Mercy, something that he hates.
Yeah, but
Interesting to see that
he's
one.
pocketing the Nahoy Manoimoy.
Yeah, maybe we see a swap between Music onto the Mercy and Marco onto Ana. That could be something I could see.
But it looks like
But no,
Music's now on Ana, and we do see, like we said, the dive comp out here with also Genji Echo. We just see how this
yeah,
starts. Music will be a little bit late coming out the door, I think. So we do get a late engage, and he crashes again. Marco?
pause please. Just restart the map. Let's not pause this. Ah, hopefully we don't know what's going on at the moment. The only ball and Music Maniac both having some issues. Yeah.
Interesting. Um,
Oh, you want to play rock paper scissors?
where can we add Muffin in the lobby to do some tic tac toe?
Yeah.
No wait,
No, we need to do some Sudoku.
where's
Music is a console player, I believe.
no, I don't think he is.
Never mind, I baited you.
Yeah, music's
Nah, I was thinking of
yeah,
the
music's not
other
console.
person. Oh yeah, it's Cuckoo's brother.
Yeah, Google's DDoSing him. Unlucky.
No way.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah, I think he might be is Mania Moon
Yes,
console player.
indeed.
That's why.
Um. Anyways, so here we go again.
Are we gonna see a
Okay.
restart? Okay.
Thank you.
No, if you get put from spec into play, you crash every time. Uh,
Put
surprisingly, the
from spec into
scuffness from the
playing it, you
sloppy.
crash every. What? What does that mean?
So,
I've never had.
how about we
crashed
run
like
some
that.
predictions for this map?
Yo, predictions. I can't do those.
I can maybe if I
Let's
remember how
go.
to do it. I don't know how to do it as mod.
Um, exclamation point predictions. I think.
Predictions. Okay, what should we do?
How many more DCs? um,
Uh, who does more damage? Who has less deaths?
I think you do more damage between Zergling and Maple.
Sure, let's do it. Who has more damage?
Alright.
Zergling.
Okay, let's see if we can actually start this time. They're wasting a bit of time, but they should be able to do a little bit pokier. And we are starting in finally. And never mind.
Prediction is up. Will we wait? Personally, wait. I did Zergling and Maple, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, nice.
Okay, looks like we're gonna do a new lobby. I'm now the owner of the game. I'm going to leave the game. I'm no longer the leader of the game. Anyways, this is interesting.
Yeah, quite surprising.
Um,
Turn of events.
they do have. Is Chad too high SR to be put in that comp?
Entirely possible.
I'm gonna run
Isn't
some
Chad
numbers.
golds?
I thought Chad was.
Wait.
Wait. Is Chad on the run? No, Chad's. No, wait, never mind. Chad's on the Quokkas. Never mind.
Why don't Fedora, you want to hit the easy AI duo?
I don't think we have time for that.
I don't know. I'm in queue right now.
Okay.
Let's see if we get a match. Okay. I'm not finding a game set.
Unlucky.
Who's making the lobby? Did anyone?
I got invited.
Marcos in a lobby.
Round 2.
Round 2. Start.
What if we watch Fedora's play some comp? Ah, that's a good one. You know, Transflix says that, but I've never seen that happen.
I haven't seen this either. Maybe it's recent. I haven't really done any scrims recently. Besides last Tuesday.
I subbed someone in like that before recently. Like on like Monday, I think, and it did not break it. So I don't know.
Yeah. That's really strange. So give people a stable internet connection.
You've seen this chaos. Yes. I am here. I can see it. Thank you, Ninja Drew.
Happened during UGC match with the ramen.
I see.
It looks like we're on a time crunch for this match. We're currently one map in, and it's 40 minutes into the match.
Now
Let's go.
Oh yeah, so we gotta keep an eye on this Darkling versus Maple duo.
Yep.
Fight.
Indeed we do. And also
Should be
don't
very
forget to contribute to the Booney cosplay.
Well, let's see if they're both honest and run the same comps. Or if we'll see
Harchar left the game. What?
why is Charlie in the lobby?
ready for battle.
It looks like the Quokkas are running the exact same comp, so they're not making any swaps, and so are the Ringers.
I mean, if they
Both
did,
are
they just
playing honestly.
get shamed.
Yeah, they're both playing honestly. Pretty impressive from them.
Attackers
Would have
incoming
expected
in
something
30
different.
seconds.
Only ball is spectating again. If Marco does the swap into spec and thing again, I'm going to cry if it causes more crashes.
How do you donate more than 2K?
I have no idea. I'm just that powerful. I
Yeah.
now have less than 2K points, so I guess it balances out.
Because you haven't won a rock paper scissors match versus me.
3, 2,
Unlucky.
attackers.
Anyways,
anyways.
we're starting.
Defend objective A.
Maybe.
Focus on the objective.
Looks like we're good to
Minimize
go.
errors.
Okay.
Adapt to
Once again, this
changing
dive comp
battlefield
will be interesting to see how it matches up
And
with this
good luck.
traditional rush.
Yeah, it's kind of just a little bit of poking occurring right now. Yamanya looking for a little bit of poke on the Echo, looking for some right clicks. Looking to potentially find a pick, but Caden's currently just healing up all this damage. Yeah, looks for a little engage. But Marco is picked off by Caden, and that's just going to force an instant retreat from the Ringers. Hefe loses mech as well. Music could fall. Music does fall. Zergling falls. That's a pretty convincing
Ooh, and
team fight.
another
Oh.
late kill. A couple more kills. Maple just hitting some really clean shots there. Not fat flash fanning, might I add.
What an honest player.
What an honest player. Couldn't it be me? I've been corrupted.
Anyway, the Ringers are not really close to any ults besides maybe Nia's ult, which he's currently 72, but that's because Echo with a blue beam gets a lot of ult charge. Dive comes in. Pokey falling pretty low, but is living through it. Caden falling really low on the bat. Zergling finds the pick. Jack trades onto Poke. Mia's in a very bad position right now. It does fall with Maple picking him off. Transelect does lose mech here, but Jack does clean it up. That's another team fight win for the Quokkas.
Indeed, Halfway almost demeched there, but is able to keep it up. Music Maniac on this quirky off angle on the stairs. Do they try and push him out? I would hope they would.
It doesn't look like they know he's there, but they do have Nanoblade coming up. Window committed early.
If he conceded so much space, I guess they didn't want to push you without mech.
They're just gonna wait this out though. Hefe falling very low. Could lose mech here, but Circling does come in. Nanoblade comes out. Dash onto the backline. Finds Maple. Blizzard committed. Immortality dead, but Beat comes out.
Beat does come out. And the Shatter doesn't find
Committed.
anything.
Bomb invested from Transelect. Finds Zergling. And you're gonna be kind of relying, to find a pick here, but Caden falls very low. Could fall, but gets healed up just in time. Pokey commits Primal, gonna be looking for a big play from him. Pretty nice juggle, but needs to be able to disengage here. Doesn't get looked at, falls very low, he's just hanging out by a thread, but Maple finds Mia. Pokey opting to swap here, probably to a Reinhardt character.
They do get the pick onto Jack, and Rusty with the late pick on Hefe. But
Yeah,
not much else.
Hefe will get back significantly faster, and Zergling lives to tell the tale. And it looks like a full comp swap, but at this point, you kind of have an ult disadvantage. I mean,
You do have Bomb. That's pretty much it, though. Yeah, the big thing you gotta... Okay, Window is used early, though. Oh, wait. Window misses!
Window misses. Nia finds a pick onto Jack. Riley trades out two, though. Finds both the entire tank line of the Ringers. Nia finds a trade onto Rusty. Transelect with the huge bomb, though. Finds two. Great play from him. Maple will stagger out Music Maniac. Nia's on point, trying to find some late kills, but will eventually fall.
Still have this Noon to zone them off. We almost have Shatter, but nothing coming up for the Ringers here, though.
Yeah, Nia can probably get a tire mid-fight here, but
30
I
seconds
not.
remaining.
Once again, they're playing this wide angle, so all this they're able to zone out very well. Noin probably just gonna look for maybe a double conk engage. I was walking through the hotel, trying to get a combo, gets stunned though.
It's flash wall used by Jack. Doesn't really find anything. Jack coming up close says Blizzard. Blizzard committed, but Hefe eats it. Transelect finds the immortality field. Zergling on the high ground, punishing Maple. Almost does, but Transelect with the kill. But Nia finds two. Heinen from Maple finds another onto Marco. DMX Diva. It's anyone's fight, but it looks like the Quokkas are going to be winning it. Yeah.
It's like a pretty good
Finds
full
the win.
hold here as well.
Round one complete.
Yeah. Transelect
Score.
finding a few very good bombs there.
Sides.
Kind of securing a few team fight wins with that.
Do have
Initiating
the
match.
small damage lead for Maple, it seems.
Yeah, Maple with a 92 damage lead. We could see Zergling make a comeback here. Defenses tends to be a little bit easier to get damage on, unless if you just get steamrolled, which is entirely possible based on how that defense goes. Quokkas are going to be playing for a draw here.
Maybe a better one would have been who gets more healing, Ninja Drew or Kaden.
Oh my god, wait.
Yo, Kaden slacking the heals, what the heck?
Yeah, well, I mean, were they really taking that much damage?
I don't think they
Maybe
were.
Kaden,
Incoming 30 seconds.
Kaden maybe just opting for more of a DPS style,
I mean-
because Ninja's maybe more of a passive Lucio player.
I mean, you look at the damage numbers, I mean, it's not, like, insane.
Yeah, it's not insane. But I mean, hey, they held them.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it
guess it
worked.
doesn't really matter.
It's good to see Maple onto this Widow, trying to find the early pick. But Zergling on the Hanzo and Nohoi onto the Cass character.
3, 2,
It's like swaps
Maple
from
tease
Jack
mix.
and Maple as well.
Justice ain't gonna
defend
dispense.
objective A.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be looking to try and get early picks when these fights off this with Hanzo, but the rotate is gonna come through Hotel.
Rotate through high ground. Engage from Poke. Swinging from the... Rusty goes very aggressive here. They find a pick on the Zergling. Lamp committed by the Quokkas. DMEC on the Hefe. They have all the space here and two picks essentially. Rusty does fall, but Mabel finds a pick onto the Bap and Jack finds a pick on the Ryan. It's up to Nia to find basically everything possible. Finds two, but it's not enough, and the Quokkas will take the map.
Someone check the VOD and clarify 2-1 because I missed it.
I know Zergling had like 6,200 or something. Maple won.
Maple by like 200.
Maple, two maples.
All right, I think it's Maple.
I'll trust that.
I think it was Maple.
I'd assume it'd be Maple, based off of them winning the map. 4,400 to 4,200.
Yeah,
Yes, Maple won.
I just know it was
Yeah,
very close.
Maple won. Okay, yeah, Maple takes the map, takes the damage, and takes the
Enjoy
map.
your points. So that means we are now tied. 1-1.
Tied 1-1. Pretty dominant map for the Quokkas. We were saying that King's Row is probably going to be a little bit of the Quokkas' favorite. They do have that brawl comp that they have, which is extremely powerful. Whereas the Ringers tend to opt for more of the dive scenario. You put Zergling onto a hit scan. You put Nia onto his signature Genji hero. Basically, all their tanks prefer the Winston over the Reinhardt.
Ooh, now they're going to Gibby. But I think this map goes both ways for these teams, I feel.
Yeah, you're gonna probably be ending up putting Riley on the Monkey, maybe Jack onto Echo, Maple onto the Cassidy or Tracer. I will say the Quokka's Ana player probably gonna be Ninja Drew.
Wait.
I know Caden really doesn't like Ana as much. But yeah. We'll have to see how the swaps go. Ghostik still hasn't been subbed in yet.
I expect to see some subs here for the
I
Quokkas.
really hope Ghostik gets subbed in. I'm pretty sure he's only played like a couple maps this season. And would love to see more of him.
I mean, there's a lot of... I'd just like to see some swaps. Give everyone some playtime, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like it should be able to work out.
You can definitely make a comp work.
Yeah.
And if you can't, you should trade them instantly.
Could be quirky.
The Nekos are going to trade for Ghostik going into the playoffs and have a miracle run through.
Oh,
Rioing
no.
every team and then in the finals hitting the 5-0.
More trades making playoff teams.
Yep.
TXCX.
We do have a person using one of the Lego profile pictures, which is pretty interesting.
Yo, Lego.
Lego, go.
What could they be thinking right now? Looks
Picking
like
up
they're
Flammo as the
communicating
free
what profile picture they want to use.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Well, Marco asked the other team for swaps. Would like to see some swaps here, potentially.
Indeed. I just don't know where you put the swaps is the thing.
Yeah.
Because before, I believe they've just
Ghostik
been...
has a very good off tank.
Yeah,
So.
they before they have been psyching Ghostik and Translite for tanks, just both playing Diva. I don't know where Zealous
I'm pretty sure
is just
Ghostik's only played 3 maps so far this season.
unlucky.
From what I know. Ghostik has a very good Sigma, very good
Head for
Diva.
Drew.
Caden for Drew. I guess Chad is their Ana player, now that I think about it.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure if I thought about the Combine, he was the Ana Bat player. Yeah, he's an Ana Bat player. And I was questioning, who do you put on the Ana here? Because both Caden and Ninja don't really play that Ana, but
I
actually
I
perfect
feel
for
like both of
Chad's
them
there.
dabble in the Ana, right?
Caden does not play Ana whatsoever.
Unlucky. I know Drew dabbles in the Ana.
And Ninja very much dabbles, but you mostly want him on that Zenyatta, Mercy, Lucio style of heroes.
Very true.
But yeah, Chad's like the perfect person to fit into this role because he is that kind of more traditional flex
All
support
right.
who plays the Ana pack.
Next map, Ghostik and Zealous going easy.
Yeah. We have been in lobby significantly more than we've been in game. 2 maps in, an hour in.
No, we've been in pause time more. Just
Yeah,
just say it like that. And in between rounds, that's gonna count towards pause time.
Predictions. We're gonna do who wins the map.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's if anyone's got any good ideas. Maybe more healing. Let's do more healing.
More healing.
Chad, music.
I would do Marco Caden. Do the main supports.
Okay.
I feel like it's a
let's
bit
do
more
it.
interesting. Maple on the Trabjorn. Rusty on the monkey. Double bubble setup and a anti-dive comp more so coming in from the ringers here. With a Hog Arisa. Nothing to really follow up with this Genji. But you do have Zergling on the Hanzo to try and secure some good long range picks.
Yeah. Just have to remove this. That's so simple.
5,
Anyways, Maple Torbjorn, I think of Legends.
1.
Why did he
Hasn't
put his
been
turret?
very much use. Jack
Okay,
on
never
the
mind,
Ash. I do
okay,
really
okay.
like this Ash.
Yeah, this Ash pick should... This is a pretty good setup. I feel like usually you do like more of like a Sigma here to like try and shoot him off against poke, but I think this comp still works pretty well.
I do like
the
this.
Hoymanoid going in deep.
Yeah, it does. Oh, not really sure what that is. Maybe you got someone low and try to get a pick?
I don't know if...
Zergling.
Okay. Hanzo.
Res used though. Does force out that major cooldown though. Jump comes in from Poke. Falls low, will get out. Music falling very low on Nana. Does fall to Jack. Zergling with another pick though onto Jack. Zergling landing in the air at the moment. Jack kind of maybe a little tilted. Got
Hanzo
twice in a
right,
row.
yeah. But the Hanzo's on low ground on Mega, and Rusty trying to force him out, but he doesn't have his team to support him really.
Maple is doing a very passive Torbjorn turret location. Yeah, jumping onto the high ground, falling low, but will live.
Rusty also
Maybe
falls
finds a
low.
pick onto the Torbjorn. Does. Genji dash bug occurs. Nearly gets him killed. Dynamite onto Nya. Trying to select personal
Can't
bubble
deflect
force
the
and does
beam.
find Nya. Yeah, can't deflect the beams.
Ooh, that arrow was-
Zergling gets jumped on by Rusty. Rusty getting very close to his primal.
They do have nano built up as well, and almost have this blade as well to go with it. But Jack with the bob as well.
Yeah.
To see how they want to engage this, because maybe just probably I don't know if you really nano here other than monkey, but he almost has his ult anyways.
Yeah, I mean, you just nano monkey in for the space probably.
They nano poke.
Opting to go in early rather than waiting for the blade. Poke finding a decent amount of value, but it's not gonna be able to really find any picks. It will close in onto this primal. Hefe loses mech. Doesn't have the bomb used to keep mech. Jack, D-Mech
Rusty primals
Diva,
are back on the high ground.
kill. Riley getting a lot of value right now, and Poke doesn't really get to use this primal. Dragon committed from Zergling doesn't find anything. Yeah, gets a late pick, but it'll just get rezzed up.
The ult build up here is really big in favor of the Quokkas. I would say, because you have that nano as well. You have Bob. You have grab, because you can just grab this Genji blade if you really want. There's no nano for it.
Yeah, that's probably what we're most likely gonna see. Maybe the Rally Blade?
Rally is
Rally
used.
comes in.
This high ground is so hard to dive onto. Oh, Rusty falls
Zergling
though.
just blows up Rusty though.
And just
Huge pick for him.
you have to dive
really-
into turret and core.
Blade comes out from
They get the net. They
It's
get the grab on him.
grabs him.
And they get
Turret does
res!
find the kill on Nya. Gets res off too. Huge plays for them. Pokey does find Chad in the back line. Hefe with another
Transport's
kill.
alone, though.
Maple does have this core if he decides to commit it. Doesn't look like he will, and it looks like the Ringers are going to get this team fight win. Maple will force the
anything.
bomb and gets remec'd on.
Squanch. Oh, it looks like they cap.
Yeah, Maple opting to not commit that Torval, which is kind of surprising in my opinion.
Hasn't really seen it, but might not have had a perfect opportunity. But there are some late respawns here. Maple does get slept. The Hoymanoid finds a pick onto Jack, and Maple should fall here. Yep, the res is used.
Yeah, res is used. Pokey does find a pick onto Maple late. Hefe isolates the Zari here, but maybe just will lose mech for it. Maybe a little overzealous here. Does get the Mega. Translect is just building up a whole lot of
Building
volt charge
charge,
here.
but
And
he needs to
doesn't
back
even
into
come.
sniper LOS. Looks like he's fine.
Yeah, Hefe falls. Maybe a little too overzealous for him. Had a good isolate, but didn't really have anyone to follow up on it. The swap to Widow's also very interesting.
Maybe trying to get some range on this is Ash. Jerky does find Transflect though. There's another Bob build. Bob
Bob is
built.
ready for Jack.
Very
Sleep
sad.
onto the Nana Monkey. Core though just finds music, and that's a team fight win right there. Pretty uneventful. She just kind of picks that came through. And Jack's looking for a late stagger ending. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, will live, but can't say the same for Jehefe's mech. Actually, does live. Very surprising.
the
Ended up with like
chase.
20 HP.
The arrow sticking out of Jack's head. I would
Jack.
hear it.
Bob.
Oh, but
Oh.
Zergling.
Hazard.
We still need you.
How many times has he been killed by Zergling?
I think like 4 or 5 by now.
He does
Riley with a
well.
pick on the Zergling. Marco falling very low. Dive comes on to Jack. He's getting pocketed by Caden. Caden doing a really good job keeping him out. Bob committed. Poke finds the kill on to Chad, but Riley's just decimating the backline of the Rialto Ringers. Still alive. Does have the Primal ready if it does start to get hairy. Primal used by Poke, booping the one person in their backline.
Let's get the shoot off
Music
on it.
Maniac flying very low on the Ana. Stays alive. Does try to pick. Ring back onto Riley. Doesn't fall though.
Riley just able to just live so well.
Seconds.
Yeah, he's not really getting. He's getting focused, but he's able to use the environment and his bubbles so well. Mitigate it.
Indeed. He is sonard though. Oh, Shoki. He's gonna look for another pick on the Ash. Jack is forced to back a little bit. Rally used early, trying to get them in here.
Riley dives in, just trying to force them back. Marco falling low, but doesn't fall. Riley jumps on the high ground. Primal committed. Does find the Hanzo. Good recognition by him that he was low. And yeah, finds a pick onto Jack though. Rez could come out. Bubble in the
used.
Great job from Translate. Caden does fall, but he does get Jack res. Riley's falling very low. Probably will fall here. Does fall. And that's finally a team fight win for the Ringers. They break this very strong defensive hold from
Try something different.
the Quokkas.
Indeed. They have a lot of ults here though, but I don't think they really get the touch.
Yeah. Potentially some staggers that are just going to come through here.
There they go.
Yeah, already finds one to Jack, and that's a full team wipe essentially.
Oh, but Maple does fall late. I don't know if they can get
Translate's
Transflect
trying to
though.
get out. It looks like he will get out. Oh, falls very low, but does get out.
Does end with some energy, but it's gonna linger and fall off a bit. I don't know if he can really rebuild off of that. You got both DPS ults, Nano and Valk for this fight here, pretty much.
Hyde comes out, Bob committed, Nano onto Nia, Dragon committed as well. Hefe with a huge bomb, finds 2. It's found a
more.
lot of bombs this series. Zangling with a kill onto the Bob, and Jack gets killed by Nia's turret on the Echo. Copies the Torbjorn.
Ooh.
Not a super conventional copy, but ends up working out very well.
Who's gonna come back with the score from the off angle?
Nano committed, Core committed as well. Riley does have Primal ready, but Jack already finds 2 in the back line. Great play from him. The dive from Jack and Riley was very well executed there. Kind of just instantly takes
Oh, he
down
gets
2.
slept
at
late
that
there,
point. Oh, Jack does get slept. Will he get killed? He does.
Rusty tries to bail him out, but it wasn't quite there. 10 seconds left. They gotta look for a touch here. They do have Primal to live on this point. Oh, and Rally also coming up. How much
Yeah,
else though?
they do touch point. Riley does have the Primal. Riley has to commit Primal. Goes into the back line. Trying to find an isolate here, but does fall very low. Has to disengage. Marco commits the rally. They are very self-sustainable now. Pokey with the Primal kill. Jack does find the Echo. But 2 kills already onto the back line of the Quokkas. Pokey finds a pick on a Maple, and Poke is just finding everything right now. Getting a huge amount of value on the Winston. It's up to Jack to kind of perma stall at this point. Yeah, makes the swap to Widow, trying to clutch it up for his team. Gonna be looking at him to find some shots. Coming back, has all the space in the world. High noon committed from Zergling, finds 2, and that should be a cap for the Ringers.
I mean, They had a pretty good reset for the Quokkas here, able to get them into overtime at the very least.
0-3. Switching
Yeah, I
sides.
feel like the Ringers, like, they did a very good defense just up until the very end. I believe it was almost an overtime cap for basically all 3 points, right? Remember correctly. So very good hold up until just the last minute.
And we will be checking in with these predictions, and it does look like Caden's winning a little bit over Marco.
Yep, Caden is up by a whopping 400 healing. But if you look at the other supports healing, Music Maniac currently almost at 10k, where Chad's sitting at around 5.2k. That means you're building up nanas just that much faster. But I mean, that could be part in because of the damage difference coming out from Jack compared to Nia or Zergling. Currently at
This-
10k damage.
Very true, but you do see Manoi now swapping to this Pocket Ash, Maple and the Hanzo, so kind of just swapping how their comps are set up, except with a Reaper instead of
pretty
the
interesting.
classic Proburn character.
This Reaper pick's pretty interesting. Gonna be looking to play more brawly, I guess. Maybe TP into the backline or punish a tank. We'll have to see what style he plays.
I think it might more be for just punishing,
The payload.
because you can't like hard int as well into that.
Yeah. We'll see. Hefe's mech falls very low. Just some early poke coming out. Jack already at 20% to this ult. Very good right clicks coming in from him. Falling very low, but does get healed up by this pocket. Yeah, sitting main, just taking some pop shots. TP onto the high ground from Zergling, just to reset a little bit. Just some soft dives coming in. No one really wanted to hard engage into a fight here.
Music Maniac almost to this nano already, and same thing with Chad. To sleep onto Rusty as he jumps up. He isn't able to land on high ground.
Yeah, Chad coming up on this nano could just commit it right away, either onto the Echo or a Monkey. Transelect does fall here, but the Quokkas are gaining a lot of space at the moment. Marco falling very low, could get punished, but Jack kind of gets a little over aggressive there. Nia finds him. Rez comes out on the Transelect. Pocketed Hanzo on the low ground, just trying to poke him out. Dive onto Maple and does kill him.
Yeah, I mean, the back lane was distracted by Zergling, so Marco was forced to res. I don't remember exactly who it was, but he was forced to res, so we're not able to follow, I guess. Actually, I'm lost in who's who. Wait, no, it was Caden who fell. It was Translate who fell, and Caden was resing, not Marco. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of ults being thrown in here from the Ringers. Primal's up for poke, does find a kill onto Chad. Transelect's mech is traded out here. Maple does have Dragon as well as Zergling with his ult, but Nia finds a pick onto Rusty.
The Duke
Bomb
bomb.
committed from Dupe.
Ooh,
Finds a kill onto Poke. Zergling with the kill onto Jack. And this is kind of another spelled out push right here.
Zergling to go maybe a bit aggressive here. I can't hit the right F key. There we go. Only Blossom and Bomb coming is online for the Ringers here. On the other hand, you still don't have a lot up, and there it is. The Nano use already. And Dragons. Oh, there's the Qs they had. You say the one going with the Reaper loses. This is used onto Poke. So the Monkey's back in this fight. Rusty also swapped with the Hog. When did this happen? I don't remember this. But he's taking a lot of punishment right here. This Reaper's kind of hard to push in his Hog, and there he is, finding everything. Still this Blossom from Zergling, though. Doesn't seem like he needs to commit it, though. He could get 3 there, but I don't think it's needed. There's some spawn.
Flight routine activated.
And I'm still casting for a bit, but that's alright. I've done this before. Jack looking to try and contest this bridge high ground, but the ults are not really in their favor. They almost have both support ults, but same thing with the Ringers and both the big DPS ults. And Maple is able to find Hoimenoi, but the res comes off. Hook is found. Oh, there's a lot of stuff going.
Jack and Riley finding picks here. Bob committed from Nia. Into the backline, finding a lot of damage, but does get slapped. Nia's going for a really hard flank here. Maybe looking to make a carry play. Jack commits the bomb. Riley is marking Nia. Caden does find the Glock kill onto him. A little bit of Mercy dominance being asserted right now. Jack dies on the high ground looking to just poke him out. But both teams are trying to stabilize here. Looking for this next fight.
Zergling still has this Blossom, but it's kind of hard to use when you have Sleep to deal with, you have Hook. You also have that Bomb to watch for. There it is, in the backline, find both of them. Wow.
Yeah, Riley does find poke though. Who's contests here?
They forgot.
They forgore. Whole Hog just kind of pushing away the tank lineup from
It's looking so good there
Ringers.
too.
Can't touch. Yeah, they win the fight too. That's the worst part. France like makes the swap over to Reinhardt. Yeah, opposite swap to the Sigma.
More of a like a deathmatchy style comp. Interesting to see, but oh my goodness, that punish. Oh my
Circling
goodness.
seconds too. Early picks right there.
He has to fall back.
Maple
down.
falling low.
Oh wait.
Might get punished by Zergling. Does get punished by Sleep from Music Maniac. Great play from him, and that's a fight win. And it looks like they're gonna be caking more here, finding the staggers.
they forgot they already lost the point.
Yeah, I mean
Not
they're
playing
just
like they are.
spawn
And
here.
finds one in their spawn with stickies because that's a character.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well take this fight win in the spawn. Stalling out a lot of time to stop this play from them.
My ultimate is charged.
Both tank ults online, and the closest ult for the Quokkas here is that dupe. Wraith is forced out in the hook.
Big hook on them. Falls very low. Hefe will get out though. They do have ults ready to be committed. A little bit of brawl coming here. I don't know if you really want to fight this hog in a small corridor right here. Maple on low ground does fall. Grasp committed from a Transflex. Zergling keeps on the high ground. Chad
Oh, that
misses the
hook!
sleep on him, misses an aid. Falls.
He tries to whole hog the bomb away. He does whole hog the res, but he should fall to the Reaper here.
Yeah, Zergling getting a lot of value on the Reaper now. Playing more of a aggressive rather than counter.
Jack blossoms inside the monkey dome.
Oh my god.
That's unfortunate.
Find any value with that. And Maple might get staggered here.
No, I think
Does live.
Oh, that hook!
Oh god, the hook.
Okay, that makes
Riley
sense.
finds a hook on the poke because Hog's a really real hero. Zergling does have Blossom.
The issue is with the comp card Ryan. The only thing you get to test high ground is your echo, and
Yeah, but I mean, if your Echo dies like that.
Engaged.
Maple uses flashbang, doesn't find anything. Chad commits nade out of Zergling. Zergling falls. Copied high noon out from Nia. Finds a pick onto Riley. Flux committed.
Oh no.
Misses. This is kind of all falling apart. Zergling commits
pressing.
the Blossom for good measure. Doesn't really find anything. Marco finds a pick. And that's a kill from both them. Marco currently leading the healing battle, and that looks like it's going to be a win for the Ringers here.
Wow. Well done by them. I don't really know what you can boil that one down to. I feel like the hog is like good, but also like not great because that's a mercy play. Wait, what?
That's a mercy play of the
That's
game
a
right there,
mercy
and he
play of the
does
game.
win the prediction too.
Oh my, he
Big
is
res
just
coming
winning.
out. Whipped out the Glock here, I believe. Look at the skill.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Yo,
the nano.
Glock's the nano. Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
Oh,
The mechanical
my.
prowess coming from
That man was
Marco.
literally just hovering.
hence to be known as more of a Lucio player for showing his
No, I didn't even-
dominance
wait.
on the Mercy.
Marco has stopped playing Overwatch. Wait, what?
Marco got too hyped that he actually unplugged his computer. Picked the power cord by accident.
Jack is now lobby lead.
Marco got kicked because of the trying to swap people out. Misplay from him.
Unlucky.
But yeah, Marco did win the healing, so the two people that voted for Marco are getting some big money here.
No faith in the Marco? No way.
992 channel points.
So where's Marco? Is he okay?
Marco's cut. That's all we need to know.
Oh, he's back.
Marco makes it back.
I think
so does
the
Chad.
best. Yeah, two people DC'd there.
Yep. Don't worry, it wasn't just one. We had two.
Marco hacked, unlucky. Gets Mercy play the game, and all the Mercy one tricks are like, give me that account.
Reminds me of the Mercy satanic circle thing with the beams whenever she doesn't get a new
Oh
skin,
no.
which I participate in because Mercy needs more skins.
I see.
Marco kicked again. So can you talk about how good the Mage Mercy skin is? It's so
Is
good.
that the new one? Oh, Chad.
Yeah.
Marco's back, maybe?
Marco makes it into the lobby. Excellent play from
Congratulations.
him. And we'll have to see whether Quokkas will swap in Ghostseek for this map or in Zelos. I'm hoping that they do.
First, we
We're
got
gonna see if they
Vito,
veto
though.
2CP. I'm expecting them. If I was the people, I would not veto 2CP. Unbased. I think their team
Unlucky.
comp's actually better at 2CP. Right, where did he go? It's hybrid. From
You
for
see,
the
the issue is,
Quokkas.
I feel like Dive favors both of these teams
Yeah, I think the die might favor the Ringers more. If you're the
ever so
Quokkas,
slightly. Yeah.
you know that if you get to Brawl, you're probably gonna win, right?
So do you just go to Hollywood? Okay.
Hollywood.
I feel like second point's gonna be a struggle, but first and third you might be able to get away with.
Yeah, but I mean, second point, you can just swap. As we said, they aren't bad at the dive, so they can just make it either comp swap or they could. Riley is a smart player, so they can probably make it work.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna have to see. They're either banking on the third point, guaranteed hold on them, or something. We'll have to see. There's not really many other hybrid maps that favor Brawl.
Yeah, I mean the only other one you could possibly get away with. Oh,
Eichenwald.
yeah, Zykevold and Chad cut again.
Chat is kicked
Ninja
out.
Drew back in. Any other swap, Smile?
Any other swap specifically onto your other two subs?
Yeah, who haven't played yet?
Has Whiplash been in?
Oh, map one, yes.
Yeah. Whole season without Dorada.
Honestly, W.
Yeah, W.
Honestly, W.
I don't think Dorada deserves to be a map.
'Cause yeah.
Shadow Blue Jay started playing Overwatch. Maybe getting
Real.
prepared to dominate the ranked ladder. Jack asking if they're ready. Opts to not put in either of his subs who haven't played the entire game.
Tisk,
Misplay
tisk.
from him.
Whip for poke.
See,
Okay.
Marco making the sub, using his entire team pool, you know?
So true.
I don't know if the Owning Ball did play map 1.
Yeah, and then started lagging out heavily.
Yeah, so unlucky from them, but at least they're swapping their players around.
You never know. Maybe Ghostseek and Zealous are both just lagging, you know?
They're like the who are you player, you know? They're comfortable just sitting on the bench, making the money. Except who are you? Sits on the bench, just rakes in the money.
Wait,
Well,
did he play
he's there to play Genji Doomfist.
How many
and
maps did he
nothing else.
play?
Who are you played one map and it was a pity map. This season he's literally just there to play Genji. Nothing else. Flooded doesn't have a Genji in him, Lip doesn't have a Genji. He's there for the Genji.
Just hoping that there's another Genji meta.
Well, he's probably at this point like no other team's gonna pick him up, right? So if I was him, I'd be comfortable just sitting on the bench, you know, making some money, playing some Genshin Impact.
Reminds me slightly of Chipsa.
Ready for battle.
Yeah, actually,
Chipsa played a single map, fell off the map, said unlucky.
it does have like the highest final blows per 10 in all of League history.
Oh, shit. Well, he played Oasis. I don't remember against who, though.
Oasis versus Vancouver Titans. Shockwave's first game. Shockwave did lose the ash deal to Carpe, but that's to be expected, especially on Shockwave's first game.
Ninja
Shockwave
Drew.
did end up holding his own in the series.
Ninja Drew walking up to spawn to intimidate the enemies. Look at
Zealous
him go.
has decided that he's leaving because he's not getting subbed in. Good play from him.
5,
Zeus question mark.
3,
Yep, I do like Zeus.
Zeus,
Okay, Shy.
Zeus who
they
Mega Ball.
are
All I
running-
know is Shy.
They're running the brawl on the defense here, whereas we're getting a little full work action out from the ringers. Personally, a comp I despise because
that's a
Roadhog
misclick.
in there.
He's just taking high grounds, and they respect
Yeah.
it. They don't try and hold high ground that well. Ninja falls.
Yeah, Riley goes for the miracle pin, gets discorded, and falls very low. Whiplash does find a kill, and yet finding two.
I don't think they play that well at all.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it. Jack does try to pick on a Music Man, maybe looking to turn this. Miracle falling very low on the sun, dies to the baby diva.
Ooh, we should be able to
Zergling
catch
does
the horse
baby
here.
Jack finds the horse. Very good retire potential. Nidager holding it out, trying to deny the second
Actually
hit.
living there.
Does fall, but Jack in the meantime has killed a bunch of people. Whiplash with the kill on the Ninja. Jack forces out E. Whiplash with the kill, but I mean, that's a team fight win. Honestly, great play from Jack and Ninja there. Ninja stalls out the point where Jack just goes in the backline and absolutely dominates.
Yeah, a lot of ult build up from these DPS. Zergling also pretty well off in his own right. But I mean, I just feel like they just don't want to give them free high ground, but they just opt to give it to him. It's a massive pull on the hook onto the diva.
Hold for. Pin comes out from Riley, doesn't find anything. Zergling has the dragon committed, commits it. Kaden finds Hefe. Dragon does a lot of damage, but doesn't really find any kills. Maple with the high noon, and Jack gets a kill onto Zergling in the backline. Whiplash does find the kill onto the Reinhardt, but it doesn't look like it's really going to matter.
I mean, now they just have 3 people stuck behind him. Noimori does look for the TP high ground.
Rotates high ground, trying to just live here.
Let's get the BAP, he does.
Whiplash misses the hook on Lucio. Yeah, both BAPs are traded out here. Low healing fight. Rusty falls, Bomb comes in. Bomb could be huge here, actually. Translate finds 3.
Jack is stunned out of his Blossom, though. Noimori with his own to respond. He tries to catch his diva, he does get the DMAC. An opposite retreat back into his team again. Or into the Mega back. The flank Mega, you know, that one. You know, his high ground.
Yeah, it's controlling high ground as well, which is pretty powerful in its own right here.
There's no diva right now to currently eat. That's a shield, Rusty.
Riley shatters into the shield and dies. Lamp forced out from the Quokkas. Does fall as well. Marco with the pick on the Kaden. Great play from him. Whiplash hooks Maple. Does kill him. Diva will lose mech, and that's a team fight win for the Ringers.
Rusty jumps around the corner hoping to find a massive shatter just as Hefe puts down his shield and a window is placed.
Yeah, I would say it's good reaction time from Hefe, but I believe the shield is already down.
Escort the payload.
It
So
was
maybe
definitely
just
down
a
like a
mistake
little
from
bit before, but I think Rusty just forgot.
Yeah, also has the Blossom still. Could make a play
There's
like
a lot of ults online here for the Ringers. And this is the point that you don't really like rush, especially this far back.
Yeah.
And this Roadhog gameplay is just boring
With
my
Russia
co-caster.
Yeah. Whiplash does follow the Tri-Select as he should. Great brawl onto them from the Quokkas. Tri-Select will lose mech to Zergling back. The Reaper is behind, gets flash. Forced to use Wraith, but where does he go here? We'll just die.
Honestly,
Riley hooked back in, but I committed. Oh my god. Whiplash just swagged out.
honestly, if I was no Hoima in that situation, they already used stun. Just press Q would have been funny. I promise.
Honestly, I might have done that.
Lifesteal
And I
did.
would have done my Beyblade, let it rip, copy pasta. That's what I was doing all of yesterday. I was locking the Reaper and typing Beyblade, let it rip whenever I blossomed.
Honestly, that's
On
really
this very
big.
map.
There's a lot of ults online for the Ringers here.
Yeah, Ringer.
Oh, there's the spin.
The spin is
the
comes
layup.
in, doesn't find anything at all.
I don't know what's more surprising, the fact that he doesn't die, or
Yeah.
just that I don't really
went
know.
for it. He went for that. Maple and Jack find kills. Kaden is just holding space here. It looks like they are gonna stop this cart right here. FA going in the next fight. We'll have the Bongo as well as Meeks Maniac with the window. Whiplash, D-Mix, Train Select late. Honestly, that's pretty good
Oh,
opportunity.
can they
from
catch
them.
Drew? They do.
That's essentially 1.5 picks out. Riley does have the shatter coming online. Should be fairly easy to lane to shatter as long as he can actually get in, as long as they focused on Hefe's shield.
They do have both DPS ults and almost shatter as well. Drew's coming back with beat. They gotta be careful because they just have high ground with a bongo.
And they instantly find 2 picks. Transflict looking for the Miracle Bomb. Doesn't find anything this time. And it just will fall. Marco absolutely dominating. Kills for that fight.
Remaining.
Yeah, and that's a second point cap.
And still, the ults, they're built, the Quokkas or the Ringers are building the ults very efficiently.
Yeah, Quokkas had a lot of ults there, but they opted not to commit them because of some opening picks. Zerglin with a late pick on a Jack maybe can try to find something else, but doesn't look like anything's going to happen. It's going to be looking like a reset from the Quokkas.
Pause is called.
Pause is called.
Jack
Marco
is lobby
taking
leader.
a sweet old time.
Never mind.
Oh, no, Jack is the lobby leader.
They bait. Wait, why are they waiting now? They said never mind. Who's pausing? Jack is confused. Okay, we go again. Shatter's used. The bait.
Huge. And they should just be a team fight win off that. Marco will try finishing up building this Transcendence. But I mean, you win that fight just committing the shatter? Which is pretty
Honestly,
huge.
that pause call was basically just a flashbang.
Yeah, I mean, Marco stopped. Like, they all stopped taking space because of the pause call.
Yeah. Jack is set up on this high ground trying to maybe get Blossom, but I would hope Noemi can Sonic this.
Yeah, Maple also playing the opposite high ground for the high noon. Window committed from Caden. Riley finds the pin onto Whiplash. Marco trades it onto Riley, but Hefe does fall to the high noon. Transflict gets demeched by Nya, but does have the bomb to commit. We'll get the remech off just in time. And it's kind of a stalled out fight right here.
Oh,
Nya finds a pick on a Jack because of Hanzo. Maybe he finds a pick on a Maple. Maple falls very low, but does live.
See through the dragons.
I mean, with that, now they don't have the flank position. All that's done. Barely lives though.
Maple nearly dies, but does live.
Retake this high ground.
Nya's looking to contest this high ground. Sonic onto Maple. Maple does live. Zerglin commits the high noon. Maple finds a pick on Nya.
The payload is approaching.
Yeah, kind of stalled out here. Marco in the backline getting shot at, but doesn't even get hit. Whiplash commits the whole hog after finding a kill. Maple finds the kill onto Marco.
Maple's
Whiplash
just
needs to
still
get
high
up,
ground.
being aggressive. Yeah, Maple's getting a lot of value here. Does drop. Gets a big flash fan. Jack comes in with the Blossom. Finds 2. Maple with a pick on a Hefe, and that looks like it's going to be a team fight win for the Quokkas. And this is where the push stops. Like I said earlier, maybe just looking to stop them off on this 3rd point, which they end up doing.
Maple really just carries that for a good portion, just able to exist high ground and just constantly put pressure on them, make their backline just not feel comfortable where they are, forcing them even closer to his team.
Yeah, great play from him. That flank finds so much value. Initially wins the 1v1 onto Nya, and then although he misses the early shots onto Marco, Marco is forced to kind of push forward. He can't just sit in the backline AFK, and eventually has to go into Maple's sightlines, and you know when he does, he won't live the second time. Maple finds those 2 kills.
Ready for battle.
I have so many Discord ads. Why?
They're so popular.
Someone from the school asked me if I want to come.
Attackers incoming.
Did you ever post it your
I just
GM
asked
yet?
everyone. No, dude, not many messages. Actually, there's been a decent amount of message. I could probably send it now.
Mm.
But like, as soon as I hit GM, someone in the other server hit Masters, and then they posted at everyone, congratulate blah blah for hitting Masters. So I didn't want to type, yo guys, I literally just hit GM 50 seconds ago.
Oh, a
And just
pause.
absolutely ratio them.
L plus ratio plus I'm higher
Oh, plus I'm higher. I peaked today.
plus I beat 2 owl players
I beat 2 outplayers in my final game.
plus someone in Guru's chat said that they hope the ID rank.
Hey, Guru said I played very well. That's all that matters.
All right, we do have a restart from Drew. Hopefully this doesn't break the game again.
Yeah, knowing this lobby, it probably will.
All right, quickly gonna take a screenshot of the score so they can end it with the
71.29
exact same.
meters.
I'm just gonna put that and save that in my snipping tool.
Mm-hmm. 71.29 meters. Rusty getting hand cramps right now. Unlucky for him.
What did I? What do you mean? Flame Silvok and his like 350 hammer kills this season.
Anyways, I'm wondering how this lobby's gonna work. Because how do we get the spectator into the lobby?
You can just invite him directly into the player
Yeah,
slot.
hopefully they realize that. And hopefully that actually works.
Yeah, I mean, if not, you just gotta make sure you get the point exactly at that point, and then just never touch it again, and mentally press ×2 speed.
Mm-hmm. We are currently almost 2 hours into the stream.
It's not even been
Including
a
the
full
Kahoot.
series.
We are an hour and a half into the map.
Oh no!
Is it all there? So, Fedora, let's play some rock, paper, scissors. Ready? 3, 2, 1, rock.
What? Oh, I thought we were typing it in chat.
No. Well, what's your answer?
Rock.
Ah, we drew. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, rock.
Genji. Oh, Genji loses those.
Yeah, Genji most definitely loses.
Genji loses to anything unless he has an.
Yeah, but if I were to have said black hole, Genji wins those.
Genji wins those.
It's
He crashed
What's-
pressing tab.
oh my god.
Oh no.
Sudoku online. Play multiplayer Sudoku. Is try and select back in the lobby?
Yes.
Oh, we do have one person back in. I think we're still waiting on one more.
Waiting on Ninja Ju currently. All the stats are cut. It's a good thing we didn't do a prediction, I guess, on those people.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing some Sudoku. What should I guess? Or what number should I go for first?
Transfer got DC again. No.
Okay. It's so there's an 8 in the top left. We restart the game, remember the distance. 71.29.
Not yet, please.
I should have taken a nap. After this game, should I join the people that are comp stacking?
That could be kind of quirky.
Hop on Yield's account named Kevin Hart.
Who's your
Imagine the
who's the duo account that's named The Rock?
Rock. I don't have one.
All right, that's.
I did see a Chris Rock Will Smith duo though in comp.
I think I remember you talking about that.
Kind of.
Just get Zeus to rename one of his accounts again.
Yeah. I mean, he renamed one of them to Shy.
Mm-hmm.
Shy does pound. Oh my god, I forgot to do my waifu rolling today.
Transflux to start to play Overwatch. Don't crash again challenge.
Difficulty impossible.
Transflux has joined. The Hoyman only trying to get people to play Scribble.io.
That's gonna be a little difficult. Yeah, because we can't copy and paste.
Just type it.
Don't worry, I already am.
Wow.
This is definitely not the most gift fraud we've had.
I mean, is it really our fault?
Yeah, I know.
She left again!
Oh my god. Okay, I'm in the scribble.io lobby. Did I spell scribble.io wrong? Yeah, I did.
I don't understand how this lobby's having so much issues. I feel like every other game today has just been fine, and all the games yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Flambo's asking for you to post the scribble.io link.
No, because I tipped it on my phone. Sorry.
Unlucky.
Planet? What is this one? This is a terrible drawer.
Oh, it's in Gopherwatch League General if you want it, I guess.
Go for each notch of the general. A lily pad? No way.
He crashes in the pause screen. Very cool, Blizzard. That is so epic.
Oh, I think I can do this one.
I
Wait, how
guess
do I
links
enter
are
the
not
word?
allowed to be posted in Gopherwatch in Twitch chat. That's cool.
I've been getting a glitch where I lose all my game sound besides team chat. That's weird. I know someone that has an issue where he can't hear team chat at all, but he can hear everything else. But yeah. Waddlestick is choosing a word. Do you think Waddlestick's can be a good drawer? 2 words. Um, I meant to type Mount Everest. I typed Moist Everest.
That tracks. That tracks.
What? How did Marco
Why
guess
is
this?
everyone leaving Scribblio? Says Chad.
Yes. Can we just make a new lobby?
We're still waiting on Drew to get back though. I don't know.
Okay, Quokkas forfeit. GG's.
Drew is just back online Discord, I think. And Drew's back online.
Wait, what? I'm glad me and Logan were on the same page in words we discussed. I thought of. Wait, are we ready?
What?
I don't know if we're ready, so.
Jack left!
Oh my god. There ain't no way.
5,
What?
4, 3,
New lobby?
1. Attackers incoming.
Oh my god. Ah, music!
Objective A.
What is that?
He said R when there are still down 2 people. What?
They said R their dancing field on the left.
R question mark prod R starts DCs. What? Jack and Transflick both join. Do they both DC again? Ninja Jew has joined. Rusty says R. Hard Charge stopped playing Overwatch. We've started.
Oh, women.
Okay.
Oh, Minnesota Frost or WDC from the comp game. Oh no. Overwatch is having issues.
We're here. We're going. Game's being played.
Zergling on the high ground. They're controlling high ground here. Transport boosters up to high ground, and falls very low, but does live. There's a significant ball coming. Zergling jumps in the backline, does get flash banned. Jack finds the kill onto Whiplash, and Maple finds Zergling. Riley pins him, yeah. And that's a team fight win for the Quokkas. Nice and quick.
DC diff.
You see diff right there.
Oh, okay.
Marcus claiming he has a mini crash. We say ratio. Plus you fell off. Plus L.
Plus crash diff. Okay.
Plus name starts with M.
No, I'm looking to try and punish this a little bit, trying to build a blade, but doesn't find much. Just a Rhine shield mostly.
Jack very forced out, but that don't really mean much in the grand scheme of things.
Now this got this high ground control, but it's kind of hard if the Quokkas can stay pretty grouped here. It's kind of hard to find a dive into here unless you land an anti with it. Still land as well.
Yeah, it looks like they're just opting to bunker on the cart. Fight really not happening here.
My ultimate is charged.
Nanoblade is almost up as well, and they're just gonna try and look to punish any of these aggressive plays. Seeing the cooldowns, Monkey does engage. Nano's using a Monkey instead of Blade again.
Yeah, Whiplash falling very low. Might get punished. Does look like he's gonna live.
Oh, that
although he is
nade!
Oh, huge nade. Bomb committed from Translect. Does find Marco. Riley shatters circling with the 250 damage. Will kill him.
Window
Whiplash
is
trying to build
committed. Genji finds the DMAC onto the Diva and just escapes.
Yeah, he's living on the high ground. He can't really do anything here. Maybe gonna look for like a solo kill
he's
on
being chased.
board here, maybe.
Okay.
And, yeah, Caden, a little bit overzealous there. Does fall. And yeah, is living in the back line of the blade. And
gets
forces the Quokkas to rotate out.
Just
Maybe
gonna
just
be-
off and take high.
Yeah, they're trying to take high ground, trying to force him out, but they don't have their full team, and he was now up there with him with Monkey jumping as well.
That's committed in. Maple does fall to Hefe, and that's a team fight win for the Ringers.
You should sit this
That's
one out.
kind of based off of the fact that Caden went and tried to 1v1 the Genji, but
I mean,
kind of got rolled.
he kind of got gamered. Wait. Jack? Okay, he's found. He's located. Also,
Yeah,
ult bank check? Jack dies here,
Yeah,
right?
Ringers has basically everything in the game. That's the Nana.
Jack
But
does
I mean,
die there.
late kill into Jack. I need some more disciplined play from the Quokkas here if they want to take this game. But maybe we'll end up seeing Nia just opt to dry blade in here.
I think you hard engage with Monkey, try and get out cooldowns, and then maybe Blade after if you can. Try and force out that lamp. No, Dragon's opt to use
Dragon
it first.
committed. Doesn't really find anything. Lamp forced out though. Does find Caden. The die coming in pretty clean. Riley will fall, and that's another team fight win for the Ringers. The Quokkas not really having an answer to this die.
C9. C9
And
low.
Nia does find it.
Okay.
But Ninja Drew is going to try to make the run away. We'll see if he gets out, but
He gets the boop on his way out. Does he live?
he shouldn't, but he does.
Gamer diff. He also is beat now for this blade if they ever choose to use it, but they almost have nano as well.
Yeah, I think they're just going to opt for Nano Blade.
They're just playing underneath these little thingamabobs. Oh, that's such a good rotation.
Yeah, great rotation from there.
That's a bit more difficult though.
Already safe. On the
Oh, that nade!
5-man nade though. 4-man nade. Comes in.
Beats?
Nano committed onto the Diva. Kitten finds Marco. Translate without a kill on the Whiplash. Zergling does find Maple. Jack. Blade committed from Nya. Misses the slash onto Caden and kind of lose because of it. Epic twist bomb. It's a kill. Zergling with a kill onto Caden. Translate bomb comes out. Kills Zergling. Bradley misses the pin. But it's just a 1v1 between Jack and Happy right now. This favors. Jack commits the Blossom.
He commits the blossom as he's getting as he's getting whip shot away.
And as Steven has stated, this match right here does have some serious playoff implications. if Ringers win this map, they'll be 3rd seed overall, which is honestly pretty good for them.
Indeed, but you
All
have
systems checked
only
out.
the dragons and maybe Primal here pretty soon, but there's not. They're doing the same rotate again. They didn't catch anyone though. Dragons used inside though, and Primal.
Primal committed. Kaden does fall to the Zergling. Kaden been dying quite a bit early on, but Jack does find a kill onto Heavy. Maple trades it onto Zergling. Rusty finds the baby. Translate loses mech, but Maple is just coming in and killing everyone right now.
I'm on fire.
Whiplash does find the kill on a Transplant, but I don't believe they can touch here.
The Genji for gore.
Hold up now.
Genji for Gore
He
and
tried
Maple
to
just
protect his
clean
desperate 10 rather than touching point.
up. Base
Doesn't
play
work
by
out. And Jack's just trying to chase.
Yeah, Jack going deep with some chases here. Won't find anything though.
The ults are pretty heavily in favor of the Quokkas here. They want to try and maybe take this before they get the chance with builds, but they don't really know the ult condition. Okay.
Oh, circling with a kill on a Jack. This point also really does favor the brawl here. It's gonna be very difficult to get clean. Dives off and Shatter comes through. Genji does fall. Heine committed. D-Mech onto Diva. Riley pins in, just doing some damage here. Looking to find a kill, finds a kill on Baby, and this could be staggered out really hard here. If they can confirm these
Oh, Rusty
kills,
gotta
they
be
might not even get
careful.
another fight.
Just you can't risk to
Riley
die
plays
here.
greedy and does pay off. If they get 3 on here, Ringers are gonna have to struggle to get touches in here.
If
But they
Window
do
also
they
for stall.
have Rally and Nano coming up. Window comes out. Up to Happy to touch here, but he does get D-Mac'd. Point contested. Whiplash does fall to Transflect. Nia finds a kill into Kaden. But it doesn't seem to matter. Nia fouls him. They can't
No,
touch.
we're watching more.
That's a map win for the Quokkas.
Oh no.
Ah. Right.
Oh great.
Of the game.
We get to see a map 5 banger, that 3-hour match. Riley plays greedy here and it does pay off. Look at that, I'm grading out that 83 HP. I believe that's an 82. I don't think this is
This
only
is not. This
Gopherwatch
is
game
definitely
to
not.
go.
It's definitely not the only one to do that.
Not even close, yeah.
Not even close,
Not
baby.
even close.
Anyways, now do we get to see Ghosty go?
Yeah, Ghostik and Zillus left.
Yeah, Zealous is gone. So
We could see Ghostik come in. Maybe this is their map 5 control specialist. Would like to see him because he is a very talented. Whoa! What do we see here? Translate comes out. Or no, someone came out. No, never
Translect
mind. That's
cut.
not enough tank. No,
wait,
nope.
and, oh no, it was Jack.
She's
Jack got
wrong.
cut, but they're also in their own slots anyways.
Yep. I thought it was happening. Well, Lijiang Tower. This is very good for the Sigma and Diva, so Ghosty could come in here and potentially dominate. I would love to see it.
Oasis, never mind. L plus ratio.
Still very good for the Diva, which we know Ghosty does play as well as Transflect. So maybe we do see the swap coming in here. Ghosty, a fairly talented off-tank player, as well as the support, so he's very flexible. They could probably utilize him in quite a bit of their comps. Or at least trade him to another team. So he could actually be played.
They're good.
Yeah, doesn't look like Ghosty's sending him in. I think this might be a misplay for the Quokkas. Yeah.
Um,
Utilizing the full depth of your roster.
this is just Rusty plays ball here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rusty plays Brawl, he plays Brawl on the one map.
Yeah.
probably.
I was gonna say that's probably what they go to.
Maybe
is
he plays Brawl on this map too. I could
Go
see it
seek
get away,
cut.
and Ghosty is leaving.
Go see cut.
Ghosty can stop playing Overwatch as well.
Unlucky. Anyways, so I don't know if you see much change from a poke on the ball. Wait, Rusty on the wait, what?
Rusty on the Ryan. I mean, you can feasibly play Ryan pretty easily here. Poke teasing the Hog, teasing the Orisa. Do we see some Orisa Doom in here? Hey, I mean, they could swap Hefe over to the Sigma here, put music on the Moira, put Nia on the Reaper, and they could get the 2019 Grand Finals comp, baby.
The main thing. Okay, never mind. Back in cast.
Mirror
Okay.
Ryan here. As we said earlier, this does probably favor the Quokkas, but we'll have to see. This is a map that Lucio can kind of frag out on.
Careful with this Doomfist punching into this hallway.
Yeah. Marco might be looking for some boots.
Oh, Rusty's gone.
Riley just instantly blows up here. Zergling does kill Jack, trades it out, but it's kind of already over. Nia getting a bunch of kills in here. Zergling and Nia counting for basically every kill there. Marco looks for the boop off the map, doesn't find it, but Jack will decide to reset there.
Jack does find poke, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah, Poke will be back in more than enough time.
All build up. There's nothing much really to talk about. It's both pretty even across the board. There's walking main here, trying to maybe perhaps play underneath them. So you gotta be careful with this Doomfist engage.
Engage comes through, Pokey finds Kaden, and Zergling finds Lucio. That's the entire backline for the Quokkas down.
Running power to forward shield.
The Zergling Doomfish just playing out creating a tempo kind of going on right now. Where they're just outspeeding and getting on the backline here and punishing them.
It's so hard to try and engage. You have to either try and force an engage, or if you're the Quokkas here. But I mean, they did, and the engage was just too good.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the Reaper here against the Doomfist. I feel like Reaper just doesn't do enough. I maybe like to see like maybe a May swap here. Maybe control the aggression, or honestly, just mirror the Doom yourself.
Perhaps. Ult build up heavily favored in the ringers here, but I don't know if they want to. They gotta be careful not to over ult here.
Step right up.
There's
I
one.
need to commit it from Speed into the room. Zergling with a huge engage from behind. Shatter committed. Doesn't really find anything.
It gets cancelled by Rusty's
Riley
pin.
falls very low, but it doesn't matter. Zergling with the Doom ult as well as Nia counting for a bunch of kills here, and they win another team fight.
70,
Very convincingly as
70%
well.
build up, and they still have half their ults.
Yeah, Nishiro only 60 to beat. That just shows you how fast these fights have been going. Lucio gets more value off of a long sustained fight or a very quick fight. Although these fights have been very quick, they haven't been in the favor of the Quokkas.
FA could probably get a massive bomb here, and Window as they try and rotate here as well, perhaps. I'm just gonna wait for him. There's the bomb.
Bomb comes in, doesn't look like it should find anything. Shadow comes out from Riley, doesn't find anyone. Marco flash, falls very low, will be killed by Maple. Hefe demeched here. Riley with the final blow onto Hefe. Blossom's committed by Jack. I mean, you're committing Blossom, Window, Bomb, Shatter. Whereas the the Ringers only committed the Bomb. So good trades from them.
Dead eyes.
In the
My
opening.
ultimate's ready.
Yeah. I mean, you got Noon to try and zone them out if you try and play fast. Window still for music, beat as well. So the ults coming online here for the Ringers look pretty good. It's just it's kind of hard to use Shatter sometimes in this scenario.
Yeah, you also gotta contest this high ground. Looks like they'll just be going through the staircase. Essentially looking for a speed up from Marco. Maybe even a tempo be coming through. Window committed. I knew and retaliated. Zergling finds the kill on the Maple though. He committed through. Yeah, finds kill. Trades out. Ringers have complete dominance in this fight. I didn't commit it, and that's a team fight win. Zergling doesn't even need to commit the Meteor Strike. I don't really think you're able to get a touch in here, so that looks like a first map win for the Ringers.
Pretty well done. I mean, they got one flip at 48% off of it, but the re-engage was just well executed, I guess.
Yeah.
Ready for battle.
I mean, that's just dominance right there. This map as well. Maybe you put Riley onto the ball here.
Dive swap coming in for the Ringers. Just
Winston dive comp. Quokkas make the swap on the ball as well.
Mercy swap. Does this mean Echo? Yep, Echo. And there you see it. The Briggs Zen, Tracer,
4,
Sombra, and then the Sigma Hump there.
Riley
Sigma
makes the
Diva.
swap with Diva.
Oh my.
Interesting. Riley using an old school good diva spray. Like to see it.
Increased.
High ground contest out here. Zergling on the Doomfist while Nya is on the Echo. Versing the Tracer Sombra setup. High damage and pick potential versus kind of the Tracer Sombra type.
Oh,
Okay.
nice booped up high ground.
Booped high ground. Forces Marco to peel. Campy with Nya. Zergling does fall on the dive. Kaden with a great play on the Brigida.
The objective
Transelect
is
finds the kill onto Music. And Maple trades it onto Marco. And that's a team fight win for the Quokkas.
Extrañas, I'm securing the objective.
Yeah,
Poke
pretty
barely living here as well. Might die.
chasing it.
And he dies too. That's a very late stagger.
Jack's just gonna be looking to build up this EMP as quickly as possible. Just already running to their spawn. Just gonna do a few pew-pews on a good squishy for him. Uninvises early with holding that right click button. Does it work?
Yeah. Nya flies up to the high ground for a little poke here. Just a soft engage coming up from the ringers. Pokey dives in, but he might get punished here. Nya finds a kill on Ninja Drew. Pokey does fall, but Nya's already found two. Bomb committed from Riley. That's a very good bomb right there. Finds Music. Might get punished by the Doomfist, but does to live to tell the tale. Nya has found three in the backline though. Marco with the res on the Music. Zergling looking to get punished by Riley. Maple will confirm that kill. Music uses the sleep dart, gets eaten by Riley. Riley does lose mech. And Nya. Hack onto Ana though, falling very low. Nya's gonna need to find some more kills here. Finds the kill on Maple.
Oh, that EMP's massive!
EMP committed. Jack finds Nya. Ninja Drew with the kill on the Poke. Marco does block down Riley. But it looks like it's all over for the ringers. Quokkas with these kills. Zergling trying to maybe carry this. But it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
I just gotta try not to stagger because I mean they didn't get the flip, so there's no. They're just building up the ult percentage for the Quokkas by extending this fight. You got dupe. I mean, your ult build up here is pretty good. Jack gets caught, but it's just haha, funny TP. I'm gone. Bye. Also, Gordo's online as well, so they might be able to sustain off this dive, but Ninja Drew does fall off high ground.
Rally committed. Nyav with the kill on the Ninja Drew. Finds him through the rally. Kaden with the kill on the Music though. Jack finds the kill on the Marco. Flux committed. Copy from Nya onto the Sigma. Zergling utilizes the ult, but picks are coming in for the Quokkas. Zergling does find the trade. Sigma falls very low on the side of the Quokkas. Does fall. Zergling with the kills. Nya and Zergling trying to find a bunch of kills here, but Jack will trade it out. Yeah, finds another, but unless if Jack can make some heroics happen, this should be a team fight win for the ringers.
Primal's used just to put more point presence on, but I don't really know if that was really needed. Jack just trying to forward the CMP. Oh, he gets caught at his translocator. Wait.
And good kill from Nya.
Wait, if you go invis, the stickies go off you? What?
It might have just been a weird interaction. I don't believe that's the case.
That
isn't
weird.
the case. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, weird interaction.
Yeah, I only really have Nano here. Do they Nano Echo or Monkey?
I mean, I could see a Nano on the Echo.
Oh, the
Could be
hack the
very good
Echo.
here. Nya gets hacked. Nano comes in, bomb from Riley. Falls on the wrong side of the pillar, won't find anything. Huge EMP, but doesn't really look like there's much follow-up on it. Maple will find half-day Music with the kill of Caden. Nya falling very low, does get killed. Marco gets killed by Maple as well. Amazing dive from Riley and Maple.
Oh, Monkey's gonna
Riley
fall.
does push Poke as well. Zergling's got to make a play happen here. Does get Riley low, but Riley's on the Diva character. He will live. Maple finds Music. Trans committed from Ninja Drew.
We were to just barely outlast that. And I just...
Riley finds the Diva. That's a team fight win for the Quokkas. It's got to be a play from Nya here. Very close to the copy, but won't get it off in time. Marco commits the vow. Maybe needs to find a res here or just stall point.
Oh, he gets hacked.
Poke with the contest. Marco just needs to live here. Does live for quite a while. Poke is getting some very good stall and almost have respawners coming back. Marco does fall. Hefe eats the pulse bomb from Maple. Ninja Drew with the kill onto Marco though. Transflect gets a kill onto Poke. Maple onto
EMP.
Zergling, and that looks like it should be a team fight when EMP committed just for good measure. As well as Flux. They're coming up on the bomb here. Let me trade onto the Ninja Drew. Jack does find Ana. Copy committed though. Doesn't find the ult. Rally committed, and Riley does find the kill onto Nya.
His point is just awful.
Bomb committed from Riley. Doesn't find anyone. Remake comes through. Doesn't kill anyone. Zergling does fall. Maple with the kill. Riley gets isolated on Marco, and that's a team fight win. And a point win for the Quokkas.
And there we go, back at it. Point the map point and the series point right here.
1.
Match point in the series. We'll have to see. This is the Brawl map, too.
Yeah.
We did see the Ringers, who initially thought weren't really as good at the Brawl, shown by King's Row, where they lost that. Actually did take the first point mirroring the Brawl. Potentially have some amazing Doomfist gameplay from Zergling. Just being able to set the tempo and aggression. We'll see if he continues with it. Although he is teasing the Reaper.
And Jack onto the May character. And does Maple stay on this Tracer? I probably suspect it swaps to Cass, but might be feeling the Tracer right now.
1.
I don't necessarily really like this. Yeah, he does
Okay.
make the swap to Cassidy.
Mirror comps.
Mirror comps. We'll have to see who this ends up favoring. Initial engage coming through here, just a little bit of brawl occurring. Riley does fall very low though. Jack as well. Does get punished. Marco finding a kill to Riley where Nia finds Maple. Winning the counterpart to a poke. Does find Caden, and that should be a team fight win for the Ringers.
Jerking with a really aggro TP, trying to see if he can catch the Lucio, but just not able to. The main thing you gotta be questioning yourself about is like the stress levels for both of these teams, right? It's a 5-map series. It's been going on for so long, and now it's the last point. So every
Riley
small inch
maybe
matters.
not getting healed up enough. Engage comes through. Riley falling very low. Does get insta punish. Huge shatter up from Poke. Finds 4. Does get stunned up. Hefe will find Riley. Nia finds the kill into Caden. DMEC from Nia, and Nia just cleans them all up.
DMEC onto Hefe though.
Hefe.
Jack can get out here. It might be big. He does TP out.
Ringer's looking to tempo aggression here, but won't find anything off of it.
I mean, if they try and tempo, you do have High Noon just to zone him out. Try and get this mech back. 46% to it. Nohoin backs up to their high ground, try and get good High Noon position, but they still...
Hefe close to the mech. High Noon comes through, counterpin from Riley. Riley falls very low, dies here. Blossom committed by Jack, doesn't find anything. Zergling's Blossom potentially comes out in the backline, but he doesn't even need it.
Ooh.
Marco with another boot. Marco's kind of fragging on Lucio this map, getting a lot of final blows.
That's not a fight you would like as the Quokkas. It starts off looking pretty good. The High Noon doesn't get much value, but then your ults in response don't really get much.
Yeah, Jack makes the swap over to Doomfist here. Looking to play maybe more aggressive here, looking for that insta-kill potential. Window committed early for the Ringers. Doesn't really find much, but it is forcing a lot of space out. Zergling looking to play aggressive here. Flashbang already used. Shield falls low. Racing the backline. Blossom comes through, finds 3! And the DMEC. And he will find the final kill onto the Baby Diva.
This is really stressful zone. That's his last fight.
Yeah, you're gonna need Riley. Riley still hasn't even built up his first shatter this round. Unless he already shattered, but he might have. I think he did.
You have both tank to try and stall him out here too.
Just trying to touch. He's not gonna find it. Maybe a little bit early.
Both sports fall.
Naya finds Caden. Flashbang from Maple doesn't really find anything. Bomb committed. Gonna need some heroics here, but it doesn't find anything. Riley shatters. Doesn't find anything. Riley pins in the backline. Will find Marco. Does fall though. And this looks like it's all in the Ringer's favor, unless if Jack can really make a play happen here. Doesn't find anything. Ninja comes in, and that's the game.
Oh, heartbreaker for the Quokkas.
Victory.
Yeah, maybe should have put Gosiken. Potentially using their full roster, they could have came up with a win, but ended up losing in the end.
Play
Oh,
of the
wait,
game.
what did I just do? There we go.
Finally, this game's over.
Yeah, very long one.
Long one, not much action besides the 5 maps because all the pauses.
All the DCs. Oh, we do have to do at least a quick MVP selection and interview. Who do you
Yeah, you
think?
better be sorry. I think that I haven't paid attention.
I
To be
think.
honest.
Honestly, I think
Honestly,
Nahoiminoi.
Zergling.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I kinda
Okay,
would say
I was gonna say
Zergling.
Nahoiminoi kind of popped up for first maps, and then Zergling kind of did a lot in the rest of them. So I think I would probably give it to Zergling.
I think I'd give it to Zergling too. Zergling kind of swagged out. I'm gonna be honest.
All right, where can we grab Zergling?
Lounge question mark?
Lounge question mark? Lounge question mark?
Lounge question mark?
Lounge.
Oh, he left at Zergling Joint Lounge. I spelled lounge wrong. Hate
Doesn't
to see
matter.
it.
The stream can't say it didn't happen.
Real.
Hello.
Hello,
Welcome,
hello.
MVP of this painful
Let's
map.
go.
This
Terrible
painful
series.
match. Terrible
Based on all
series.
tosses. Oh my god. So
I learned that Reaper was OP this match.
mhm.
Mm,
The Reaper guy, he does have a pretty powerful special move as well as some shotguns or revolvers that
That's
can
facts,
kill
actually.
Yeah.
3 to 4.
Anyways,
Yeah.
because the stream's been going on for too long, let's go quickly through this. I'm gonna ask one question, then we can do the special question.
Alright.
How do you think the pauses affected your team?
Well, we played Scriblio and talked about switching to Rocket League a lot, so it really actually helped the mental.
That's good. That's
Glad
good.
to hear
That's
that.
good. Trey,
I
do you,
joined that Scriblio. I
Trey-
didn't do anything.
Trey, do you have any questions?
I have a question. I'm not gonna say it though.
Okay, then I'm gonna. If you couldn't have MVP on your team, who would you give it to?
Probably Marco. He was popping off on Lucio.
All right.
Yo, last map he actually swagged out.
Very true. And then I think we're gonna close it out because it's been an hour, a 2 hour and a half stream. Thank you and congratulations on your win, Zergling.
Alright, thank you.
And
GG's.
after all that, I'm going to sign off. This has been a long stream. Thank you for tuning in. Playoffs should be coming up at some point. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good night.